Okay, ready? Start. The United Nations recently announced that the world population has crossed the 8 billion mark and that next year India will overtake China and become the most populous nation in the world. Further, India's population will continue to rise until 2064. The UN identified India as the biggest contributor to the world's population growth in the last 12 years, and the increase was highest in low income and lower middle income countries. This trend may continue over the next decade as well. This has major implications for India, not only because the nation will have more mouths to feed, but because of the social and political implications of uneven population growth among religious communities. Some weeks before the UN announcement, the General Secretary of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh RSS, Dattreya Hosable, had lent his voice to an issue that has been agitating the Hindu mind for a long time. The distinct change in religious demography in India and the dwindling Hindu population over the last few decades. He felt that there was a need for population policy and population control. In his view, the government must evolve a uniform population policy which is applied evenly across religious communities and geographies and strictly enforce anti-conversion laws. An analysis of the census data over the last 50 years establishes that demographic change has gone against the Hindus. For example, the percentage of Hindus in India in 1961 was 83.4%. It dropped to 79.8 in 2011 and is certain to drop further when the religious census data of 2021 is available. On the other hand, the percentage of Muslims was 10.7% in 1961. It increased to 14.2% in 2011. The changes in these communities' populations in the 50 years can be attributed to the huge variance in their decadal growth. While the national average for decadal growth was 17.7 in the last census, and the Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains grew at a rate lesser than that average. The Muslims multiplied by 24.6%. For example, while the Hindus multiplied by 16.8% between 2001-11, other religious communities grew at the following rates: Christian 15.5, Sikhs 18.4, Buddhist 6.1% and Jains 5.1%. Equally significant is in the fact that the Muslim population grew in 27 states in the country between 2001 to 2011. It rose in percentage terms from 13.9 to 34.2 in Assam, 24.7 to 26.6 in Kerala, 11.9 to 13.9 in Uttarakhand, and 25.2 to 27 in the West Bengal. Addressing the working committee of the RSS, Hosabale said that apart from conversations, the human traffic across the border was altering the demographics to several districts of North Bihar apart from other states. Hosabale reminded the Sang's working committee that past experience showed that population imbalance had grave repercussions on a nation's geography as well. His reference to conversations finds resonance in the dramatic increase in the Christian population of Arunachal Pradesh, 18.7 to 13.3, Manipur 34 to 41.3, and Meghalaya 17.3 to 76.6. The RSS believes that religious conversions in several of these states have brought about unprecedented demographic changes. For example, Christians continued 52.96% of the population in Nagaland in 1961. But in just 60 years, their population jumped to over 90%. Meanwhile, the Hindu population in the state crashed from 14.36% to 7.7% between 1981 and 2001.